this is sort of my grail piece, and I've wanted it since I've started collecting Hot Toys, but when I started a year ago, or a little over a year ago, he was already out of production, so I never got him, but I finally bit the bullet and decided to pick him up before he got any more expensive. And I know that Clone Wars Anakin is coming out fairly soon. Probably, in the next 6 months maybe, but in my mind, the definitive Anakin look is his sort of black robes, so I decided for me at least it was worth it to pick him up. So anyways, introductions aside, let's go ahead and get into the video here. As always, before we take off the plastic, I'll do some crinkle noises with it. Okay, let's go ahead and take off the plastic. So this is new in box, as you can tell. And I paid a good amount for it. I will say though, I am a bit worried because I've seen, people say that they usually put Jedi robes, or they usually put too much dye in Jedi robes, and they kind of bleed on the figure unless you wash them. So this has probably been in the box for like over 2 years, so I hope it's not like damaged or dyed in any way. And I will be washing the Jedi robe right after I take it out. Okay, so here he is with the plastic off. We have, of course, Anakin on the front here with his lightsaber. And then MMS 437, Anakin Skywalker 6-scale collectible figure. Not much on this side, or this side. And the bottom and top are just Star Wars logos. And then the back is all the Hot Toys warnings and information and whatnot, so this is before the era where they put that band around the outside, which is pretty cool. I think it makes the box look nice, but we don't buy Hot Toys for the boxes, so it doesn't really matter to me that much. Okay, let's take off the lid here, if I can. And here we have a pretty awesome picture of Anakin with his lightsaber and Count Dooku's lightsaber. I will say, I could be wrong, but I didn't think Count Dooku's lit up. I thought it was just the saber without a saber arm, but maybe I'm wrong. We'll have to see when we open it up. Let's reveal the figure. must have his saber, Dooku Saber, and then one saber arm with his lightsaber. So I don't think Dooku's lights up. Yeah, we only have 3 batteries. So. But anyways, as we always do, I'll kick it into time-lapse mode so you guys can see the full unboxing in abbreviated but still ASMR form. And then come back when ready to look them over. So I'll be back shortly. Okay guys, I'm back. And he looks awesome. And I'm happy to say that from what I can tell, there's no staining on anything from the robe, which is great. I think I saw a lot of people talking about that with the Obi-Wan figure because, you know, he has light tan robe, or, you know, under whatever it's called, like a tunic. So the robe stained really easily, but maybe there is some staining and you just can't tell because, you know, black dye going onto black fabric. So that's great. Glad there's no staining. I'll still wash the robe. And maybe throw some pictures of me washing it or something. Just because, you know, I want my figure to last as long as possible. But anyways, yeah. First impressions, it looks incredible. I'm so happy I bit the bullet and bought this. It is definitely so dang exciting to, you know, finally have Hot Toys Anakin. So let's do a figure overview. So the face, the head sculpt, and the likeness is pretty dang good. I don't know what it is about Hayden's face, but so many toy manufacturers that try just fail horribly and it looks nothing like Hayden. I'm not sure what it is about his face. He just has a very distinct face. But sorry, I'm having an angle here. I'm just trying not to hit the microphone with him. But I think Hot Toys is like 95% there. It is definitely Hayden, undeniably. I think the only thing I would knock it for is the chin. I think it's supposed to be slanted a little bit. I saw that someone post something about that. But by and large, I think this is the best head sculpt that I've seen for Anakin made by, like a large toy manufacturer like Hot Toys or Hasbro or something. It's undeniably Anakin, unlike a lot of other figures, which are like, maybe that's Anakin. So, hair also looks great. A lot of detail sculpted in, and you can even see, I don't know if you guys can see that, he has like sideburns under there, which is a nice touch. The eyes look great. You can see his scars. So overall, that sculpt looks great. It's like, for whatever reason, Hayden is just such a hard face for, toy manufacturers to get it right. And I think Hot Toys is the best I've seen from like, a non-customizer. Okay, so let's check out his outfit here. So he's got his sort of straps. I think this is like a leather or a pleather. Hopefully it stands the test of time. I know some people have problems with pleather, but I keep my figures, out of sunlight and in, low humidity, so hopefully it'll be fine. But there's no way to say without just, time passing. But it looks great. The belt looks good. Got some like fabric and plastic bits with some leather in there. Under robe also looks good. You can see there's, 2 layers here. Here's his sort of mechanical hand glove. I've always loved the way that looks. I do have an Anakin costume. Actually, I did a video on it, of me putting it on. I'll link it below if you guys want to see. That looks great. Moving down here. Pretty basic pants, as Anakin has. And then the boots are actually very nice. Most of the Hot Toys that I have today have like, plastic boots, but these are actually fully, I think, yeah, they're fully leather or pleather, so they look great. So overall, aesthetics look awesome. Very, very happy with how this figure looks, and it's going to look fantastic on the shelf with, the 501st troopers that I have and Captain Rex, whenever Sideshow decides to send them to me. But yeah, overall, super, super happy with this figure. Okay, let's test articulation. Oh, one other thing I will note is, I really like when figures have heads like this. Like a seamless neck. I don't like, necklines and then on the hair. I think they only do this on figures that have clothing that, their heads can move around in the clothing. But I do greatly prefer this, so I'm very happy that it has like a seamless neck. Anyways, so articulation on the neck is quite good. Plenty there. Arms go comfortably to about there. And tons of elbow articulation. Let's see here. Torso swivels a little bit and pivots. Let's see, legs. I would say comfortably to about there. And tons of articulation on the knee joint. And then back to probably about there. And then, of course it rotates. And then you do have some foot articulation. I will say this might damage the leather if you leave it like this for too long, so beware of that. The boots might get damaged if you kind of leave it in like sort of a stress state for too long. I do know that about leather. So anyways, articulation is quite good, as you'd expect from sort of a fully cloth character. There isn't a ton of restriction except sort of under the arms, but it's nothing too atrocious either. plenty of articulation for tons of poses, so I'm happy with that. So overall, even though I spent quite a bit of money getting this new inbox, I don't regret it, which is good. Let's check out the robe here. Not a ton to say without putting it on him. It looks good. Thread count is quite good. I always say this with Black Series figures, I never really like their robes because the thread count's way too low and they're just like so light and airy that they don't sit well. And it looks like so baggy, but Hot Toys really nails robes, except for the tie thing. But hopefully we'll be able to fix that. Let me put it on him here. Okay, there he is, fully robed up, and he definitely looks awesome. The biggest decision we'll have to make is, do I just play him with or without robes? So, I'll have to figure that out, but as you can see, it looks quite good, and it sits nicely. It doesn't look too baggy, or like, maybe not baggy is the right word, because they're kind of supposed to be baggy, but it's not like voluminous. It lays kind of like it should, which is good. So I'm very happy with that. I think that looks awesome. And let me just check, does that? No, okay, that doesn't limit articulation. It's still driven by the fabric in here, so no, articulation changes from the robe. So that looks great. Let's set him down for a second and check out his accessories. So here's his lightsaber. It looks good. No complaints here. So some pretty good detailing in there. And of course you get the blue blade and the hand popped off, but that's okay. So this fits in his hand, and when you put his hand back on, he is of course holding his lightsaber. We can take off the blade. Looks pretty sweet. And then of course we have Count Dooku. Oh, jeez. We have Count Dooku's lightsaber, which also looks great. A lot of really fine detailing in there. On the grip. It's kind of got like a textured surface. So that looks great. And then I think so you can mount it on his belt, and with these pieces you can add it to his lightsaber and mount it on his belt as well. So you can mount the sabers in sort of a off position. I don't know if there's more than one saber mount, so I don't think you can mount both of them. Yeah, I don't see it, so I think it has to be one at a time. But anyways, there's Dooku's saber. This is a saber arm. You can put the batteries in it. Most of my Hot Toys, I do put in the lights to make their saber light up, but I think I'm actually going to get away from putting the batteries in, just because I've heard, some stories that the batteries can have problems or corrode or, damage the figure. So I'm actually just going to leave them out. I am going to look into those like LED filaments that are very bright and look awesome. I've seen a lot of people do custom work with those, and and their lightsaber looks like 50 times better, and there's no chance of it damaging the figure. So I'm gonna look into that, and maybe sometime in the next couple of months make a video on it. So you can have like, wires running through the cloak and then down, and then you can sort of have the lightsaber permanently lit up for your display, and you don't have to worry about the battery dying or corrosion or anything like that. Because, the battery does die quite quickly, and I've never had corrosion issues, but I know it's a real problem. So sometime, once I figure that out, I'll make a video on it. But here is his Techno Arm. So you can replace his gloved hand with sort of what's under the glove, which is pretty cool. We see this in Revenge of the Sith in a few scenes. Like when he's with Padme and whatnot, and this is a, fully articulated hand, so you can move all the fingers and whatnot, and, maybe do the peace sign, or, any other number of, perhaps rude gestures that you want to do. And then we have all of his hands. So we have his bare hands for the left hand. We have a fist. We have sort of a gesture, maybe. This is supposed to be like a choke type thing. I'm not entirely sure. But this looks like a force push type deal. And then maybe like a Jedi mind trick. I'm not sure exactly, but let's just grab one of them. Hopefully you can tell there's tons of nice detailing and whatnot in there. So that looks great. And then the same thing. We have gloved hands that you can swap out. So, and the saber hands are on the figure right now. So, fist, maybe like another type of choke, and then another type of mind trick, perhaps. So, hands for all sorts of occasions. Finally, we have the stand here. This is actually the first stand that I've gotten with a sticker. So it's either like maybe a Venator floor, or maybe it's the invisible hand. The ship that, Obi-Wan and Anakin fought Dooku. It looks okay in general on any, figures, vehicles, whatever. I'm not a huge fan of stickers, so I think I'll actually leave this off for now. What the heck? Let's try it. This might go terribly, terribly wrong, so I do apologize for that if it does, but it's not like a cheap type thing. It is, quite a thick sticker, and it has some nice texture to it, but I just don't like stickers. Oh, see, look at that. I made it crooked. Maybe I can pull it off. Oh no. That's gonna break. Okay, well. Oh jeez. The nameplate fell. I didn't do it too badly, but could have done it better. So it looks okay. I mean, I would certainly prefer a real base, but it could be worse. So not a huge deal, but would have preferred a more detailed base without a sticker. And then lastly, we have the stand, so he doesn't fall over. I actually usually don't use these, but maybe I should. Okay, so anyways, I'll throw them in a pose and take some, B-roll shots after the video ends for you guys to see. But, final verdict on this figure is it looks fantastic. I think the head sculpt is like 96% of the way there. It's definitely Hayden. Articulation is good. Outfit looks great. Everything about it is just awesome. So I love this figure. Final verdict, should you buy it? I don't think I can make that decision for you. If this was retail, I would say yes, absolutely, go buy it. But unfortunately, it is not retail. It is, 2-3 times retail at this point. I did manage to get it on Black Friday, so I got 20% off. So the price was a little bit more palatable. But in general, it's very expensive. So if you're like me and you love the prequels and the Clone Wars era and Anakin and you want his definitive appearance, I would say it's worth it. But if you're just looking to beef out your Star Wars collection, there are much cheaper ways to do it. So I think the figure is amazing, but overall, with the price tag that it is right now on sites like Toys Wonderland, I can't make the decision for you whether or not you should buy it. So there we are. Like I said, I'll put it in a pose and show you guys, but other than that, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Thanks for watching.